Welcome everyone, this is The Average Gamer, coming to you through the power of the internet. And in today's video, I'm just here to do a little tips and tricks, mostly tips, on helping new players. And I may miss some, but this is just a few things that I wish I had known and things I had learned while playing the game, and things that probably would have helped me out in the beginning. Now, of course, in the beginning I really didn't take the game too seriously, and sometimes I was just messing around. But at the end of the day, I did just simply suck as well. So, but I have gotten better. But I am just that. I'm just an average gamer, and I'm not really out to kind of be crazy and be a pro or anything like that. But in any event, basically, I'm just going to throw out a few tips, and hopefully it'll help some new players who are watching this. And if I've missed anything, feel free to make a comment down below so other people can see it. So anyways, I'm going to start off, and I think the first one I'm going to start off with, and this is in no particular order, is one that it's one that I struggle with to this day, and I see everyone make this mistake. So it's a mistake that everyone makes once in a while. Some make it more than others. I used to make it all the time, and that's reloading. You need to make sure that you're reloading while you're like behind an object, like you're undercover somewhere. And also make sure that you are fully loaded before you jump into a gunfight with someone, because the worst part is, running out of ammunition, while you're in the middle of trying to kill someone. Most times you'll end up dead if that happens. So remember to reload and making sure you're doing it while you're undercover and not in the middle of a map. I usually try to reload as often as possible, and usually when I'm reloading, even if I only have, like, say 10, I've only used 10 of my ammunition, I'll usually reload still just to be safe, just so I won't forget. So reloading as often as possible, and as you can see right here in this clip, I was reloading before re-engaging. The other thing is you want to avoid running out in the open, so you want to try and hug objects. I think that's all too important, and that'll come easier as you learn the maps, and you might not know them right away, and it may take time for you to learn them, and here you see is an example of me reloading while I was in cover. Anyways, going back, learning the maps and then traveling along the walls, hiding behind objects. All of this stuff is going to be critical to your success and, critical to your survival as well. So I think that's super important as well. I think the next one that I'd like to mention, and I think a lot of people may disagree with me on this, but it's, joining an online community. Now, it doesn't have to be, I don't know, it doesn't have to be, the official Guns of Boom Discord channel. It can be any private server that Guns of Boom players are in. And the reason why I suggest joining one of these is so that you can speak to people, like-minded Guns of Boom players, who can help you out in terms of picking the right guns, because especially if you're free to play, it's super important, if you're going to be a free to play player, to spend your gun bucks and your gold very, very wisely, if you're not going to be spending any cash on the actual game itself. So I think that's something that you need to consider, and I think joining a community to talk to people so they can give you recommendations on what the best guns are as you're leveling up will help you out, and of course it'll help you with your saving your gun bucks and your gold. So there's that. Next up, I think the other thing that you might want to use and use, maybe not, use wisely so you don't run out, but use often as you can, is grenades. At the lower levels, the grenades do wonders. I mean, they do absolute wonders. A lot of people don't use them, and you can literally get so many kills at the lower levels because I'm pretty sure even within the first 5 levels they one-shot everyone. So if you can catch a bunch of your opponents all grouped up into one, all grouped up, you can toss a grenade and get 2-3 kills all at once. So using your grenades and learning how to throw them properly is super important. You don't see them used as much up in the higher levels, but they still do get used. But they're definitely more effective in the lower levels, for sure. So there is that to consider. Now, the next one I'm going to mention, and maybe it's not recommend at the lower levels. I still think it can help you. There was a debate, and I was debating with someone on the Discord channel about this, and that is joining a clan. Now, it's not as important at low levels. Definitely once you get to like 34, I'd even say 28, level 28 and up, you definitely want to join a clan. It's a personal opinion, but I think it's really a necessity, because at that level you start, if you're jumping in with randoms, you're going to start playing with full clans, and they're coordinated. A lot of times it might be on voice channel and they're talking, and it's going to be hard to beat them. So joining a clan early on is fantastic. It'll help you learn teamwork. It'll help you learn communication. It'll also help you, learning what guns are good to have, and different strategies and techniques. Like, I mean, it's just, you're in a community that you can talk and sort of, work together and even learn the game together if you're all new. So I'd say that's definitely important to do. And I think the whole talk here of teamwork, I think another thing that I'd like to suggest is when you're new and you're starting off in a match and you're with 3 other players, instead of taking off on your own and kind of going in your own direction, I'd recommend possibly even just following 1 or 2, if there's 2 of them are going off in the same direction, and work with them. Now, they may not know you're working with them as a team, and they just might be kind of doing their own thing, but at least if you're tagging along with 1 or 2 other people, at least it is a little bit of teamwork, and you can both, well, if it's 2 or 3 of you can work together in taking down your opponents. Now, this is not going to happen all the time, and a lot of times most players, especially when they're brand new, just kind of take off and do their own thing and don't really pay much attention. But I think it's something that you can consider doing and even trying to do and work that in, and it will definitely help you be more successful in your matches. And last, but definitely not least, have fun, guys. This is a game. At the end of the day, it's a game. You should never take any game seriously. I mean, I take this game, I'm an adult, I've got a job, a daughter. This game and any game that I play has always been an escape of reality for me. So I typically, when you're working a full-time job or you're a student and you got kids and all that stuff, life can kind of get to you sometimes and things can get stressful. I've always used it as a stress reliever. I pop in, play some matches or whatever type of game it is I'm playing, and kind of, forget everything else around me. And so either way, but no matter the reason you're playing the game, it's important to play it for fun and to have fun and not to take it seriously. And I think a lot of the disputes that come across on these online communities for any game, you get the people where people start arguing and fighting over the game, is because one of those parties involved in that fight just take the game too seriously. Just have fun. Get out there, hop in. If you win, you lose. Whatever, have fun. Obviously you want to win. I mean, that's the goal of any game, but you're not going to win every match, and you're going to have your struggles no matter what in the game. So yeah, so that's it, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. This was not a scripted video, and I just kind of went off the top of my head, and there's probably other tips out there that may help. And if you do know of a tip that'll help, leave a comment below so someone who's watching can read the tip, and it's something I can mention in a future video as well. But anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash that like button, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button as well. It's greatly appreciated. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everyone.